Transformers, robots in disguise.
And your mom. I don't know. But yeah, like that fucking T-Rex Megatron was the best. His tail was like a fucking lance. That was so cool.
Huh.
I miss 90s toys. Hello everyone and welcome to the Adventures of Tails.
Hey.
Making a fox cry, the adventure. I'll explain that reference shortly. Or I'll explain it now. It's a webcomic I've been reading.
Okay.
It's called Prequel Adventures. The weird thing is it's like based on the Elder Scrolls games, like in that universe, and I've never played a single one, but I love the fuck out of this comic.
Huh.
And I've never touched an Elder Scrolls game in my life. Like, it's really good. It's really funny, too.
So, hey guys, welcome to part 4 of Sonic 3D Blast. Last time we were on Spring Stadium.
I don't even know.
Actually had to think about that.
Yeah,
And
we were on spring
continuing right where we left.
spring break. Let's get college girls drunk. Spring break, woo.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know. But yeah, I was basically last night, and today. I've been on a fucking Transformers wiki, like Google it, like looking up all the fucking toys I had, and I'm like, wow, you can tell I was a '90s kid because I had so many fucking Beast Wars ones. Like all of them. I had like one, like Energon one, and that was like it. I never had any of the G1 ones or any. Like most of them were not cars. Like all of them, like the only car ones I had were like an Energon one and some Minicons I got with it like years later. All the ones I had growing up were all Beast Wars. And like, I had way more, and I had a lot of the big ones too. Like I had fucking, I think the one really big one I never had that I wanted was the big like fucking spaceship Optimus Primal.
I never had that one. That one was awesome.
Oh wait, you had him, the big one that was like multicolored and it turned into like a big spaceship?
I wish I did though.
Oh damn, that one was fucking. But I had I had the original Optimus Primal, like the big gorilla one. And I also had, I think I got them both at once. I think I got him and the big T-Rex Megatron too.
I had both of them. They were awesome.
Oh, I had the Dragon Megatron too.
Oh, I never had him.
Yeah, the big shiny metal dragon one. Yeah, I had him. Yeah, R here, you may not know. Huge Transformers fan. He loves him some Robots in Disguise, and I've always liked it. I've never been the hugest fan. Like I don't think I've ever watched a series to completion, and I currently have no Transformers toys. I would love to get some. I just don't have cash on me right now, but.
Yeah, I've recently seen the Unicron trilogy. For any Transformers fan, you know exactly what I mean by that.
Yeah, that's Armada. Yeah, I saw that on the wiki. That's Armada, Energon, and
Cybertron.
Cybertron, yeah.
The funny thing is, the Japanese version, Cybertron has no connectivity to the previous ones, but it's just an American one.
Japanese is weird. Like I saw like on my anime site there's one called Car/Robots and I'm like, which series is this? Or is this Japan's own thing? Like I don't know, it's confusing.
Oh my god.
But the ones I watched the most is I saw bits and pieces of like Armada and Cybertron. Cause here's the thing, I had ADD like a motherfucker, so it was hard for me to sit down and watch a whole series. But I seen bits and pieces of that. I've seen a lot of Transformers animated, and I actually liked it.
I never seen
you don't hear much about that one.
I never seen that.
It's weird. It's definitely different. I mean, it's got more kind of like an anime, cartoony art style. Because you gotta realize, this is the first like 2D Transformer show like since fucking Gen 1, basically.
Oh.
Because like from Beast Wars on, it was all CG, and yeah, I mean, Energon, Cybertron, Armada, like they all, it was like a mix of CG and like anime style. But that was the first like
Ah.
pure 2D one. And I think Robots in Disguise, the new ones, is like 2D. I think it is. A lot of the art I've seen of it looks 2D.
Yeah, I think it is.
Um,
You know, I
and
never
Prime was
seen a
like all
show of it.
3D, and I think they were like, as far as character designs, they were mainly going for the movies, mainly on Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. Like Bumblebee's design and gimmick is ripped straight out of the fucking movie.
Yeah, I
Like
think.
he even has like the damaged voice box like he does in the movie.
Yeah, I think.
And like so he doesn't talk for like the whole first season
Yeah.
because like he's got the damaged voice box from the movie.
That's the funny thing. Like animated and series that to go on after that.
Prime.
They're all based on the movies, but the games like Transformers, War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron.
Well, they weren't really based on the movies. They just took a lot of things from the movie. Well, animated didn't really. Animated was like its own complete like what the fuck thing. That's why I liked it. Like it was like it's hard to fucking describe because like they're in like a future Earth and there's like already robots there and shit. And like the human like that they like team up with winds up being a robot later. Spoilers. It's fucking weird. It's a good show. It's just really odd.
That does sound weird.
Yeah. And Prime, again, it was its own thing, but it was definitely a lot of influence from the movies.
But yeah.
Also, I got a question: was Bumblebee in fucking Armada, Cybertron, Energon at all, or was he just replaced by Hotshot?
Replaced.
Yeah, because I remember Hotshot in that one, but I didn't remember Bumblebee until I watched Gen 1 and Animated and all the others. So that confused me for a little bit.
Oh god, I don't want to fast forward on.
Because I believe that for all intents and purposes in the Unicron trilogy, Hotshot is Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
I did watch a few episodes of G1 because when Hub first came out, other than fucking My Little Pony, they had a pretty solid programming block where they had it was called Haboom, and they'd have G1 Transformers, G1 G.I. Joe, and fucking 60s Batman. That's a pretty solid lineup, dude. I mean, for old school TV, that's a pretty good lineup.
Batman.
I mean, I would have put Batman the Animated Series on there instead, which they actually did show on that channel later. And when they first started off, they showed Batman Beyond, and wow, I rewatched it on there, and wow, it is still fucking good. Batman Beyond was a good show.
I never seen that.
It's basically a sequel to the Batman the Animated Series from the 90s. It like takes place in the future where Bruce Wayne's an old man and he trains this a new kid, to be Batman. And it's actually pretty good. Like, I liked it a lot. And the movie they did of it, Return of the Joker, wow, it was fucking amazing. They took it a lot darker than both shows too, because like they do a flashback of like the last confrontation between the original Batman and the Joker, and wow, it's kind of messed up what happens, because he basically brainwashes Robin and turns him into like a Joker Junior, and then like he fucking winds up turning on him and shooting Joker in the heart with like, you know those like little guns where you shoot the flag out and it has like the bang on it.
Yeah.
Well, Joker gave one of those, and like if you press the trigger again, it shot the flag like a harpoon. And like he was trying to get him to shoot Batman with it, but he shoots Joker with it and kills him like right there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. I like where they went with that movie. Oh, childhood, how I missed thee. Actually, you know what? That's on my fucking cartoon site. I might watch that later. Because they have that on there, and I haven't watched that in years. I might give that a shot later.
Hmm.
Another Batman movie I remember from my childhood, and I'm not sure. I don't remember if it was good or bad. Just interesting was Batman versus the Batman, rather, versus Dracula. I know the title alone sounds kind of interesting, doesn't it?
Hmm.
Yeah, it was based on the Batman cartoon, which came out in like 2004. It was like first Batman solo cartoon they had since like Batman Beyond and the animated series and shit.
Hmm.
And it was pretty good. I mean, the character designs were kind of hit and miss and kind of weird sometimes. Like some of them were pretty cool, like Riddler's. I really like Riddler's and the voice they gave him because it's fucking Robert Englund, man. You can't go wrong with that.
Oh.
I wish they would have had him voice Scarecrow though, because that would have been fucking perfect. Ugh. Like have a horror movie icon voice the Master of Fear. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know.
That would have been. I don't even think Scarecrow was even in that series, sadly.
Hmm.
But because he's one of my favorite villains. Like he's up there with Joker and Two-Face. Like he's one of my favorites. And here I go rambling about Batman again. Like I always do this.
Well, at least it's not Mega Man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the other day I beat that game with Proto Man, and wow, it was hard. Because here's the thing: in Mega Man 9, you can play as Proto Man. Like if you get the DLC, you know, you get the Dilk, which I have all the Dilk for Mega Man 9 and 10.
Dilk.
And yeah, I got that from Lanny Pator of Team 4-Star on their gaming channel. Which is actually a pretty good gaming channel. I recommend it. But I think that was for Arkham Knight they were doing too. I don't know. But
Good lord.
what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I have both the DLCs for Mega Man 9 and 10, so I have Proto Man, Bass, all that. The thing is, Proto Man has twice the knockback and takes twice the damage as Mega Man. And his gun is slightly slower. Because, like, here's the thing. When you're playing as Mega Man, you can get 3 shots out at once.
Hmm?
You know, for your rapid fire.
Hmm?
Proto Man only gets 2. So your gun is slightly slower than Mega Man's. But you do have a slide and a charge shot to balance it out a little bit. But it's still really hard.
Oh god.
Especially when you get to Wily, where like I died constantly. Because I would either use up all my E-tanks, or I'd get to Wily, run out right as I was about to kill him.
Hmm.
But I finally managed to do it yesterday, and I was so fucking happy.
50.
Now, at some point, I'm going to play Mega Man 10. I don't know when, though. I'm about to start one of the Oracle games, hopefully tonight, if I can get myself motivated enough to do it.
Ow!
Legend of Zelda Oracle games for Game Boy Advance. I mean, Game Boy Color.
Oh.
They're probably pretty good, because they use a lot of the shit from Link's Awakening, which was fucking amazing. And they're made by Capcom, who makes Mega Man, and they made Minish Cap, which was another really good game. So,
Oh god.
that was another really, really good. That was actually, I think, the Zelda game that got me into Zelda.
Huh.
And I think that was the first Zelda game I played, and then after that I got Wind Waker. But yeah, Minish Cap was the first Zelda game I played, and it's what got me into the series. So, Capcom made that. So, and I've heard pretty good things. Well, the only bad thing I've heard about the Oracle games is people bitching that they borrowed too much from Link's Awakening.
Oh.
Which, here's my thing with that. 90% of the characters you meet in Majora's Masks are reskins or like renames of characters from Ocarina of Time. And literally no one complained. So,
Oh.
just like, get the fuck over yourself.
No.
And hell, half the Mega Man games you reuse sprites and shit from the game before it. So I don't want to fucking hear it. And hell, you want to talk about reskinning? Play fucking Call of Duty. Oh yeah, I went there. Fuck. But I am looking forward to getting into these. I'm going to play both of them. Probably play both of them twice so I can get the link games. Because like when you beat one game, you get a password for the other. And if you put that in, you can link the games and get like an expanded story. And I'm going to do that for both games. I'm going to beat both of them on their own first. Not sure which one I'm doing first, but yeah, I think I'm going to do Ages first. And then Seasons, but like I'm going to beat both of them normal, then I'm going to beat both of them on the Link game. Which should be interesting, because I found out there's also like some weird choices you can make. Like you can make different choices for stuff you do in the game, and it will actually affect the password you get. So that could be interesting. Doing 2 separate playthroughs, so I'm gonna have fun with that when I finally get my butt on that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, going back to what you talked about before, like your childhood and whatnot. What would you say is your childhood in a nutshell?
Did you see that? Because I literally posted that last night on the site.
Yes.
Legos and Transformers, my childhood in a nutshell.
So, guys, that actually leads to this little question. What would you say is your guys' childhood in a nutshell? Let us know in the comments.
I went through a lot of phases, though, like, as far as toys. Well, I'd say the only craze I really got into was Beyblade. When that was, like, real big, I got into those a little bit.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, because those were a cool concept.
Yeah.
Like, tops that fight each other. I kind of like that.
You know,
I even saw in the Lego magazine how to make Lego tops.
And
it, like, make tops out of Lego pieces. And, like, I literally took my old Beyblade stadium and took 2 Lego tops and fucking did Beyblade with Legos.
Oh my god.
Like, I even put little stuff on the ends of the things to make them, like, crash into each other. Like the little frills they have on the Beyblades.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And then later they made official Lego tops with Ninjago, but I never got any of those. I did watch the show, though. When it first came out. Like, the first couple seasons of Ninjago I did watch. And it was actually.
I didn't see that, honestly.
It was alright. It was a decent show about Lego ninjas. And you know what it kind of reminded me of in a way? Shaolin Showdown. It had the same kind of thing where, like, there was, like, the group of heroes, and they each represented an element, and, like, they would, like, live together and they'd fight with each other and shit. Yeah, it was kind of like the same dynamic, so it was a pretty good show, though. I think it's still going, but I haven't seen any of the new shit.
For some reason, when you said, like, for that kind of concept, like, people represent each different elements, I have no idea why, but for some reason, Avatar: The Last Airbender came to mind. I have no idea
Oh, that's another really good show. I love that show.
And that's another
I've only seen season 1 of Korra. I need to watch the rest of that at some point.
I never
Because I loved the fuck out of season 1 of Legend of Korra. It was so good, especially the fucking ending. When, like, there's this, like, they have a fucking huge World War II style, like, naval/aerial battle with fucking battleships and airplanes, and, like, people are firebending out of airplanes and shit. It is so fucking cool. It is the coolest shit. Oh my god, I don't know if the show got any better than that, but that first season was fucking mind-blowing. But I loved Avatar, dude. That show was my shit as a kid. Well, as a young adult, or tween, I guess. I don't know, it came out in like 2005, so... I was like, what, 12? 11, 12 when that came out? Yeah, and 12-year-old me was all over that shit.
And now look at you
I remember
today.
one day in 2006, all I did for like that whole day was play Ratchet and Clank Going Commando and watch Avatar.
Wow.
I believe that was a whole day one day. Because that's when I got my PS2, was in 2006. And I got a bunch of Ratchet and Clank games with it because Ratchet and Clank is awesome.
Oh god.
Ugh. And if you ever get a PlayStation, get those games. You would fucking like them.
I do.
Like, those are definitely the type of game you'd enjoy.
I do have a PlayStation. I got a PlayStation 2. Got a nice silver slim one. I hardly ever
Does it
use
still
it though.
work?
I got nice few games with it.
Does the thing still work? Because if it does, eventually you need to get some Ratchet and Clank games for it because you would love them.
I'm certain it does. I haven't used the thing in a while.
Yeah. My old PS2 still works. It's just got this one loose cord in the back that like fucks up all the time.
I think.
Which my PS3 had that too, but like I finally was able to replace the cord on that, so now it doesn't do it. But
Hey.
yeah, that's a common thing with PlayStation systems. Apparently, they make fucking shitty AV cables, I guess.
Huh. Oh god. Yeah,
And like that was a problem ever since I got it.
Jumping around so much in the stage, but this is not easy. Oh god.
It's fine.
Ah!
Nobody judged me, man.
Ah! Stop that.
But
Some bombs.
yeah. Let me get back on Transformers. I want to talk more about that.
Alright.
It's like, I barely remember any of Beast Wars because I was so fucking young when that came out. Like, when it first came out in like 96, 97, so I was like 4 or 3. Like, I can remember the first episode I saw of Pokemon, but I can barely remember anything of Beast Wars. I remember, like, I remember several times when I was watching Digimon. I remember my dad, we were watching an episode that had Gatomon in it, and he was telling me that Gato meant cat, and I was like, oh, I get it, because she's a cat. Though in Japanese, her name is Tailmon, which, okay. I didn't find that out so rather recently, but, yeah. Yeah. Like, that was another big childhood, I think. I should add that in there. Legos Digimon in Transformers. Pokemon too, mainly the cards and a few odd and end toys, but for the most part, dude, it was fucking Digimon, fucking Transformers and Legos. I got into Power Rangers a bit too. I had a bunch of like toys, and I had like this one really big Megazord.
Booyah.
I had like 2 of them, they combined together. I forget for what series it was, but I loved playing with that thing. I think I even made it fight Megatron once.
Wait a minute, what was it? That thing that you just mentioned?
It was one of the Zords. It was like a bunch of like spaceships, and they like combine together, and they make the Zord. And then there was this other big spaceship. It was like black. I think it had like some kind of symbol on it. Oh my god, I do not remember at all. Oh my god. Like, I don't know what series that was, because I don't even think I watched that series. I think I just got the toy because it looked cool.
What? There's a channel that I watch that does, like, Sentai reviews. I'm trying to remember which one that is.
Sentai. Oh yeah, that's the Japanese Transformers.
Yeah.
I mean, Japanese Power Rangers, rather.
Yeah. Oh, Ball Matrix. There it is. His name, Ball Matrix.
Like, I remember, like, all the series, I think. But there's one that, like, there's a blank space, and that's where that toy comes in.
Oh.
Because I remember, because in 2004, I got back into it, because on Disney, Toon Disney, which is now Disney XD, they had this thing called Jetix, and they used to play Digimon and Power Rangers, like, together. And I used to watch those, like, all the time that whole year. And I saw, like, all of Digimon Season 4, which was really good. And Power Rangers Ninja Storm, and Power Rangers Dino Thunder. And Dino Thunder was really cool because it was like a sequel to the old show, and like they had the White Ranger from the original series come back, and they had a whole episode that was just like a retrospective of the whole series. So, but the toy I had to have been like from 2001.
Oh, shit.
It had to have been from like 2001. Yeah, I know it had to have been after the show. This is going to be a weird way to time this, but it's how my mind works. After the show Fairly Odd Parents came out, because I remember watching Fairly Odd Parents like the day after I got the toy. God, it's going to drive me nuts. Or the hell, that might have been in the series before. I don't remember. It wasn't Lightspeed Rescue. That was the one before it. I think it had something to do with time. Like, maybe there was, like, one where they were, like, time traveling or something. I don't... Oh, my God. This is going to drive me nuts.
Wait, was one of them in, like, a shape of a triangle, almost? Was it black?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, the big other mech I had that combined with the first one. Yeah, that's what it was.
Was the other one, like, a big blue circle?
I don't think I had a big blue circle.
Oh.
Big black triangle sounds familiar though. That's about the shape of the
Time Shadow, what is?
What?
Time Shadow.
I think that was the big black one, yeah. Yeah, it was definitely something time.
I think that's the name of it.
Huh. I'll look into it on my own later. I'm letting my tablet charge right now, but I'll look into that on my own later. But yeah. But back to Transformers. The only Transformers series I ever really watched were animated. A few episodes of G1. The first season of Prime. And maybe one or two episodes of Armada and Cybertron. I don't think I saw any of Enertron. And I probably did watch a few episodes of Beast Wars or Beast Machines, but I just don't remember. I just plain don't remember because I was so young.
Let's see, which series did I see? I seen.
Well, I know you've watched the entire Unicron trilogy recently.
Yeah, but I don't remember seeing the whole entire, like, each and every single episode of the trilogy when I was younger. I don't think I did.
Yeah, that's me with most shows. Is like I don't remember watching every. Digimon, damn near.
Yeah,
I mean, damn near. Like if that was on, I stopped everything. And I actually stopped watching Pokemon for a while on Saturdays because it was like in a competing time slot.
Ah.
And I watched Digimon instead. Because around the time that Gen 2 Pokemon stuff came out here in America, Digimon was on Season 2. And like I've watched a few Pokemon Johto episodes, but I was mainly watching Digimon Season 2 at the time. And I was like that was like the height of my Digimania. When I was just like all over that Digidick. Like
wait, what? What?
Like that's just when I was the most obsessed with it. Like Season 2 into Season 3. And Season 3 I was obsessed with it, but like the thing with that is like by the end of it they shifted it to another channel. And like I never like found it.
Yeah,
And like I just stopped watching Digimon until fucking I found season 4 on Toon Disney.
oh yeah, that station was a Jet IX.
Jetix, yeah.
That one sounds familiar.
They might have had it in Canada. I don't know, because they had it on
Oh wait,
ABC
hello Sonic
Family
X.
too.
Hello Sonic X.
Yeah, it might
Because
have been. I don't think it was on there here.
they were switching between Foxbox and what's it?
You know what? It might have wound up on Jetix for a while.
Yeah, it did.
Time seems about right. Because I think Sonic X came out around the same time originally.
Hmm.
But yeah, it might
Maybe
have
I
been
should
on
look
there
it
for
up.
a little bit.
Stop that.
But when I saw most of it is when they brought it back to CW. I think it was CW for Kids at that point. I think it was that point where they like basically merged the channels, or 4 Kids TV or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 4 Kids TV.
Oh,
After they switched from the Fox box.
yeah.
I remember watching a lot of Kirby on there too, and the F-Zero show. That's another one I need to go back and watch. Fucking the F-Zero anime.
I like the Kirby show. I like that one.
Yeah, Kirby Right Back At You was pretty good.
Yeah, I
Sonic
really
X
like
was
that
good too.
I really
And
like
you know
that
what
one.
about the Fox box? You know, we fucking met the one of the main announcers for that channel.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part, is we talked to the guy who did a lot of stuff for 4 Kids, the 4 Kids channel, and the Fox box, and that's what made me so nervous when we were talking to him. I was like, wow,
And
this dude announced my Saturday mornings for a couple years. Whoa.
and the thing is, he has something with both of our childhoods, like a big piece of it. That's even crazier.
I know, it was so cool. Like, dude, that was one of the proudest moments of my life. Actually, professionally interviewing. Oh my god, that was so cool. But yeah, we're talking about Mike Pollock. If you look back in our videos, our
Yeah,
100 special, we actually got the chance to interview him, and
believe
it was
me,
pretty cool.
To be honest, I nearly puked before we start because I was nervous. My hand was a little shaking.
Yeah, well, because he knew even more about this guy than I did. Like, he knew him as Eggman. He had been on his website and everything, and he'd been trying to set this up for weeks.
Yeah.
So he was like on pins and needles.
Yeah,
And like, I was nervous too. This is the first time I talked to anyone even remotely a little bit famous.
And to make matters even worse, I did
right before that, we had a lot of audio problems.
Yeah, I actually did a recording literally prior to it, and I noticed that there was no audio. And believe me, that just completely just
scared the shit out of both of us. We were like, "Oh no! What if this doesn't work? What if we do this whole thing we've been trying for weeks and it just doesn't do the audio?"
Yeah, my nerves just completely just rocketed up through the roof. I'm just like, oh god.
Yeah, that scared me. That scared the shit out of me. But yeah, I watched a lot of that.
But once
I remember a bunch of the video game cartoons. Because there was like all the 90s ones, then there was the early 2000s resurgence of it. Where you had stuff like Mega Man NT Warrior, Sonic X, Kirby Right Back At Ya, F-Zero cartoon, the Beautiful Joe anime, which... wow, that was disappointing.
Oh god, I was just going to say not good things about it, eh?
It was not great.
Oh god.
Even as a kid, I'm like, this isn't great. And like, I had known of Beautiful Joe when I was watching this, because I was sitting there. Hell, I was watching the episode while I had fucking Beautiful Joe Double Trouble in my fucking DS.
Oh.
Which I actually love that game. It was the first one I played, and then I went back and got the PS2 ones when I got a PS2. But I was already a fan of the series, and upon watching the anime, and I was like, this is kind of not good. Viva Pinata was okay, though.
I never
for
seen
an
that. I
for
heard of it though.
yeah. I think Mike actually did some voice work in that one too.
I think he
But
did.
I watched a bit of that and it was actually okay. I mean, for like a show based on a game that I never played, let alone a Microsoft era Rare game, it was okay. And of the two shows based on games made by Rare, it's probably the better one.
No.
And I think I saw one episode of the Donkey Kong Country show when I was a kid. I think I should be lucky. I